Okay, so on page 6, over the left-hand side, it says word study. What might the word asaboon mean here? Use context clues to help you. So, let's start reading. One morning, less than a week before their bout. Now remember what we said bout was? What's a bout? In boxing, what's a bout? Do you remember? Right, it's like they're, in basketball we would call it a game, but the bout is where they fight each other. They met as usual for their daily workout. They fooled around with a few jabs at the air, slapped skin, and then took off, running lightly along the dirty East River's edge. Antonio glanced at Felix. Now remember, it's been yesterday. I don't know if you have a memory like mine. Antonio, the author described what the characters looked like. What's Antonio look like? Is he the short and stocky one, or is he the tall and lean one? He is the tall one. And so then Felix is the short and stocky. Okay, I don't have a very good memory, so I'm writing that down so that as I continue reading today, I know who is who. So Felix, who kept his eyes purposely straight ahead, pausing from time to time to do some fancy leg work while throwing 1-2s followed by uppercuts to an imaginary jaw. Antonio then beat the air with a barrage of body blows. Barrage. There's a word I don't know, so I want to underline it. What does this mean? And I don't see that it's underlined or in bold, so I'm not going to get any help with it being down here, so I need to use context clues. So I'm going to use the words around here, and I'm also visualizing. I can see them jabbing. You guys ever seen Rocky? Okay, that's what I picture. I mean, that's probably one of the most famous boxing movies there is. And so Antonio then beat the air with a barrage of body blows. Okay, so I'm going to say maybe that word may mean a lot. So a barrage probably seems to be like one right after the other. So I'm just going to put a lot. That makes sense to me. Makes sense in the sentence, doesn't it? I don't know if that's the actual definition, but I think I'm coming pretty close. And short, devastating lefts with an overhead jaw-breaking right. After a mile or so, Felix puffed and said, "Let's stop a while, bro. I think we both got something to say to each other." Okay, so I remember from yesterday that they are having some conflicts. Okay, or problems. And I know that there are two types of conflicts that characters can have. And this one is an internal conflict. Okay, they're struggling inside of what to do. Because remember, they're like brothers and they have to fight each other for the Golden Gloves award. So there's two types. There's internal and then there's external. The prefix X means outside, right? The prefix in obviously means inside, so remember that. And this is an internal conflict because they're struggling with themselves. What should I do? Antonio nodded. It was not natural to be acting as though nothing unusual was happening when two ace boom buddies were going to be blasting each other within a few short days. Okay, so here's that word up here for vocabulary that I read before I started. So the question is, what might the word ace boon mean? I just read it. Can somebody tell me? What do you think? Give me a synonym. A word that means the ace boon. Same as ace boon.
Close.
Yeah, close. What's another word we could put in there? Tanner? Okay, close. Tight. Very good. Cadence. 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 Hey. Okay, how about best friends? Right? So we have used our context clues. You've also used visualization. I have, hopefully you have too, to understand what's going on here. They rested their elbows on the railing separating them from the river. Antonio wiped his face with his short towel. The sunrise was now creating day. Felix leaned heavily on the river's railing and stared across to the shores of Brooklyn. Finally, he broke his silence. So, I can see what's going on here, and I'm wondering what he's thinking. I wonder what he's thinking. I can only imagine. Man, I don't know how to come out with it. Antonio helped. It's about our fight, right? Yeah, right. Felix's eyes squinted at the rising orange sun. I've been thinking about it too, Paynen. Oh, that's not English, but luckily there's a footnote here. And so, what does Paynen mean? It's Puerto Rican Spanish slang for pal or buddy, right? In fact, since we found out it was going to be me and you, I've been awake at night, pulling punches on you, trying not to hurt you. So, what's going on here? Basically, what's he saying? Go ahead. Right, he doesn't want to hurt. Same here. It ain't natural not to think about the fight. I mean, we both are chevrote, which means the greatest fighters, and we both want to win. But only one of us can win. There ain't no draws in the eliminations. Felix tapped Antonio gently on the shoulder. I don't mean to sound like I'm bragging, bro, but I want to win fair and square. Page 7. Antonio nodded quickly. Yeah, we both know that in the ring the better man wins, friend or no friend, brother or no. Felix finished it for him. Brother. Tony, let's promise something right here, okay? If it's fair, hermano, which is Spanish for brother, I'm for it. Antonio admired the courage of a tugboat pulling a barge 5 times its welterweight size. It's fair, Tony. When we get into the ring, it's got to be like we never met. We got to be like 2 heavy strangers that want the same thing, and only one can have it. You understand, don't ya? Look over here, academic vocabulary. In this paragraph, Felix tells Antonio that he plans to train alone. What impact or effect do you think this will have on their friendship? So think about it. If they train alone, what impact is that going to have, if any, on their friendship? What do you think? What do you think could happen? Any predictions? Do you think maybe they may grow apart? Right? May stop talking. Right? Good. See, I know, Tony smiled. No pulling punches. We go all the way. Yeah, that's right. Listen, Tony, don't you think it's a good idea if we don't see each other until the day of the fight? I'm going to stay with my Aunt Lucy in the Bronx. So the Bronx, I know that's in New York City. So just to refresh where the setting of the story is, I can use Gleason's gym for working out. My manager says he's got some sparring partners with more or less your style. Tony scratched his nose pensively. What does the word pensively mean? If you can see, if this was a movie, is he scratching his nose vigorously, fast, or kind of slow? What do you think pensively means? Fast?
A little slow.
Slow? I think slow because he's kind of thinking, Yeah, it would be better for our heads. Yeah, if you're pensive about something, you're kind of unsure, you don't do it with confidence. So pensively means, let's just put slow, not confident, okay? He held out his hand, palm upward. Deal? Not sure what happened there. Over here in E, the suffix ly usually turns adjectives into adverbs. Rewrite this sentence using the adjective lame rather than the adverb lamely. So go back to the story. Ready for some more running? Tony asked lamely. So they want you to get rid of the ly and just use the word lame. So how will we rewrite that? Ready for some more running? Now we gotta switch. Go ahead, Sierra, what do you think? Very good. Tony asked in a lame way. Anybody have another one? Go ahead.
In a lame expression.
Ready for some more running? Tony asked in a lame expression. Very good. See, you guys are good at this.